and welcome to the Nexus. And on this podcast, we're going to go through everything. I haven't done one for a while, so I apologise for that. But I actually haven't done one for quite some time. With other things going on, it's just been really, really busy. This time of the year is always really busy for me and work. So that is what's happening. So I'm just going to go with what's going on with the channel at the moment and what's coming up and everything else. So I'm going to continue to do the Terminator build. Obviously, that is the videos are coming out for that. The Ecto one I've decided to put on hiatus. I don't subscribe to the Ecto one. I collect the issues from the Eaglemoss web shop, and come January I will be getting bulk orders of them. So expect January, February to probably my channel to be filled up with Ecto one build videos. There's that. So also as well, starting in January, I'm going to be doing some gaming videos. I've been teasing it slightly, and I've been using my Xbox One, but it's a bit complicated to get it from the Xbox One to the thing. So I'm going to use my PS4, which can stream straight to YouTube. So that's what I'm going to do on that. But that's starting in January. I'm going to still do some product reviews, as you can see behind me. So there's loads of stuff coming. It's just a bit of a busier time for me. So I want to start getting into, obviously, Partworks, which is one of the big things I have on my channel. So let's start off with Eaglemoss. So September, so a couple of months ago, marked the year anniversary of the test run for the Enterprise D. So the Enterprise D was test run in September 2019. So that's been and gone now. We're well past the year date of that. The information that we've gotten so far is that Eaglemoss are still very, very much wanting to do this build. And as far as I'm concerned, it's still going to be released. I believe, talking on Twitter to Ben Robinson, who's the guy who's behind all of this Star Trek stuff and most of the stuff that Hero Collectors puts out, and Chris as well, who is also a sort of marketing director for it, stuff like that, on Twitter. They're very, very vocal. Have both come out and said that they were going to announce some details for the Enterprise D, and then the world started to do what it did and it put that on a back burner. So I believe they were going to discuss it at the Star Trek Destination Comic-Con convention in London, but obviously that got cancelled. So I think they've got some information, but I think they were going to release it and it's now taken a little bit longer. So it's good to know that they're still coming out. We just don't know when. Obviously everything's up in the air at the moment. We don't really know what's going on there. The Willys Jeep, I see some people are starting to get that, and I don't know whether that's in the US or the UK. But yeah, the Willys Jeep is coming out. I still believe the Eleanor is still to come out, or we don't really know on that. Most people got a email saying which of the Batman. Now this is really interesting because Agora, at the start of this year, if you can remember that far, went to the went to the Toy Fair in London, and while they were snapping stuff and they were posting it on their Instagram page, and they were saying they were getting ideas. Now at the Toy Fair, they had two replicas of Batmobiles. I do believe they had the '89 Batmobile and the Tumbler, and they took photos of them. They're on their Instagram. You can go and check them out. Under the captions, it said "Getting Ideas." Now going back to Eaglemoss, they sent out an email with a list of the Batmobiles and which one would you like to build, if any. And obviously the '89 and the Tumbler are actually on there. So it's an interesting one because Eaglemoss originally was going to bring out the original 60s version, which it was smaller. Then they upsized it to 1.8. I don't know. It's just gone up in the air. Maybe this is something of them coming out, but we just don't know like that. We just don't know what's happening there. But that's what's happening with Eaglemoss in terms of part works, and loads of other stuff as well. With the Star Trek ships, they are now combining them, so they've scrapped obviously the Star Trek ships are finished. The Discovery collection that they did is also finishing, and now they're bringing out this Star Trek Universe one, which will combine Discovery, the Picard series, and Lower Decks all into one collection. Now I don't know whether that's going to be the bigger size ships or the smaller ones, whether there's going to be a subscription based or you'll be able to pick them up online. It's all up in the air a little bit at the moment. We sort of know what ships were coming out, we just don't know when. Orville collection as well, I do believe they're bringing out. They've brought out 2 ships from the Orville, but apparently they're going to be bringing out a small run of them. Whether that's it will be online. This is another thing. Whether it's going to be subscription based or online based. I think that one will probably be online based because they don't do news agents anymore. So that's fun. So anyway, that is Eaglemoss. Now coming on to Hachette. Now Hachette did the. Let's go on to what they've been doing in terms of test runs. So we've just had the Hogwarts Express test run, which was supposed to come out in March. It got pushed to September. It's come out. It looks really, really good. I just want to put that out there as well, that most test runs, from test run to main run, it's normally 12 to 18 months. That is the norm. The Spitfire was not the norm because it went from test run to full run in 3 months. Now that is incredibly quick in part work history. I've never known that ever in part works from test run to build. So that is just sort of a phenomenon. But we never know because this was supposed to be test run in March, so they might be soon as ready to go. But it is worth noting that a lot of these part works rely on licensing, and it's the reason why the Terminator was late being released when it was supposed to be released because of licensing. So I don't think Hachette will get a problem. I think they already have a license with Harry Potter anyway, but everything that you do has to be licensed. So let me just show you how that works. So if I want to license this transformer, that's fine, but if I want to license that transformer as a bigger one, I need another license. Okay, so I've got Bumblebee here and another little Bumblebee. They would both have to have separate license for them. Same with the books and stuff like that. It's very complicated, but just because they have the license to produce books and other stuff, that doesn't mean they have the license to produce the Hogwarts Express, and they have to get another license for that. I don't see that being a problem, but don't get your hopes up that it's going to come out anytime soon. Also as well, they test run was the which was really out of the blue. No one knew this was coming, but it was the Eddie Stobart truck. It's in 124 scale, which I think is the same, or 172. I can't remember now. I haven't got the notes with me, but it's in the same scale as the Route Master, and it's with the Eddie Stobart trucks. They name all their trucks after women trucks. They've normally always got a first and second name. There is a few exceptions where I think they've named them male names. But this one was the first one that they did. It was named after Twiggy. This one just literally come out the blue. I didn't even know about it, though. Information coming out of these companies is very, very slow at the moment. So this could have been something that they were going to do anyway at this time. We just haven't had that information yet because of the world going mad. But yeah, that one came out. It's done its test run now. Once again, do not keep your hopes up. Do not get your hopes up that this will be coming out in the next 6 months. It might be longer. It might be sooner. We never know. Or it may, and fingers crossed it doesn't happen. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen, but it may never come out. Remember, these rely on how many they sell, how popular it is. Remember, with the Hogwarts and the Eddie Stobart truck, you can still register your interest. So you can still go on and subscribe. You won't get any issues, but you're registering your interest, and that goes along with helping it to be released. Obviously, over at the pond over in France, they had Hachette released a test run. It was Build the Alien from the Aliens movie. It looks really, really good, really good. For us here in the UK, it needs to have a test run before we're going to get it, and we don't know. But it's very exciting what they're doing over there, and I can't wait to see what happens really with that. So let's get on to DeAgostini. So, DeAgostini is... I don't really know what's going on there. So I have a contact with DeAgostini. I've contacted them numerous times over the last 8 months and haven't heard anything. It's almost like they've gone dark. Don't know why. Obviously, they're busy with other things. Let them to it. But if memory serves me, the only part work, well, which was weekly, coming out in the newsagents, was the X-Wing. I don't know if DeAgostini have any other ones out at the moment. Now, they were supposed to release this year. We're supposed to get the release of the Dodge Charger, the Fast and Furious Dodge Charger, and we were supposed to get the Iron Man. The Dodge Charger, when I was asked, they were both actually. When I was asked about the Dodge Charger and the Iron Man, the information I got back, this was last year, I got this information, was Q4, which was what we're in. So obviously everything's divided. So Q4/3, Q3/4 of 2020. So it still might be released. I was talking to Wayne from World of Wayne, and he said to me that that the Iron Man was supposed to be released around September time. That's obviously come and gone now, and we're now coming into November, and we still haven't had it here, and neither is the Dodge Charger. Now, both of them were supposed to be scheduled to be released this year. I don't see that happening. It may do, but I don't see it happening. We may get them next year. It's actually quite good for me because I'm doing the Terminator, but if I get anything else, I might struggle to do. It's why I've put the Ecto-1 on hiatus, because of how busy I am and stuff like that. But yeah, they could be out next year. But in terms of part works, they're not. I don't think there's a lot of big things out for them at the moment. And I'm surprised that they've not released those two. But with what's going on in the world, it's probably understandable. But all we can do is hope and pray that they get released soon. Now, across the pond in France, they've been doing another one and a build that the community has been screaming for, like going mad for. And that is the Robocop build. And it looks amazing. It looks so good. I am really hyped for this. But once again, that's over the pond. It needs to do a test run here. I'm hoping that they do a test run here at the beginning of next year. That's what I'm hoping. And then by the end of that year, we get it out. And it looks absolutely amazing. And it's been so popular in over in the pond now, over in France, that there's no question it's going to come out. It's definitely going to come out. But yeah, I'm really hyped for that, and I would definitely be doing that build when it shows up. I mean, at the moment we don't really know, and I think a lot of the companies are crossing fingers that a deal can be done. I'm not going to say names or say what it is. You should know what it is, because there's a lot of changes coming in, and I think these part work companies are just backing up to see what's going to happen with everything and how everything's going to play out. But I hope everything sorts itself out and we'll get some good part works. I'm guaranteed we'll get some good part works. Now going on to Agora. So I do believe pack 1 of the Cobra has been shipped out. So I mean, most people get that. It looks really good. Not a build for me. Like I said, I have got lots of space, but with other stuff coming out, space is an issue for me. And I've said this before as well in the past, that builds I have to have some form of interest in the build before I do it. So the Cobra's nice, really nice, but it's not enough for me to build it, which is a shame because it looks really nice. But yeah, space and interest need to focus me a lot more. That's why I've, the DeLorean, the Terminator, those sort of things. They're the sort of things that I like. So you know what I like. It's also why I'm not doing the Bismarck. I love historical things like this, but I'm not a die-hard ship fan. It's also incredibly big. So space as well, because I like to keep all the builds, as you can see. And it's just, I don't feel building it and then selling it was something that I could do and placing it somewhere. But like I said, I'm not having a vested interest in that. But anyway, pack 1 from the Cobra from Agora has been sent out. Agora, I do believe this year they were going to test. There was a list of about 7 that they were going to bring out. That got shrunk to about 3. They have released something, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, I'm sorry. But it's another plane. It looks very, very similar to the Spitfire. It's a Mitsubishi one, but I can't remember off the top of my head what that is, so I do apologise. But that is one of their exclusive builds they're bringing out. It's on the same base and has the same sort of mechanism where it can fly and the landing gears can come on that the Spitfire has, but it's not the Spitfire. It's another plane. Once again, I do like the historic thing on World War II and stuff like that, but it's just not enough for me to grab hold of, if you know what I mean. I'm very much a geeky geek and that sort of stuff. So that sort of stuff like the Ecto-1, the Terminator, the Back to the Future DeLorean, the Robocop, the Aliens, they're like Iron Man, they're a must. But other things, I'm not entirely that jacked about, if you know what I mean. So like the camper van and stuff like that. I do like my cars. I've worked in the car industry before, but I'm not. You know what I mean? It has to have something. It has to have something for me to do it. It has to have like an edge or something for me to do it. The Dodge Charger, obviously, it is a Dodge Charger, but it's from the Fast and Furious, so it's slightly modified. Love the Fast and Furious, so obviously I'll be building that. But if it was just a normal Dodge Charger box stand, I probably wouldn't do it. If you know what I mean. The same with the Hogwarts Express. If it was just the loco with a carriage and it was just an ordinary train, I probably wouldn't get it. But because it's Hogwarts Express, oh yeah, I'm doing that. So anyway, there is that aspect to it. To Agora, I think the latest packs of the Terminator have just gone out as well, and yeah, they seem to be doing really well. And I hope they do. If they ever do the Tumbler or the '89 Batmobile, maybe I would be very, very interested in doing that. Agora, are you listening? I would be. Yes, I would definitely do on that. But yeah, it has to have that sort of geeky, sci-fi, nerdy element to it for me to sort of just have the passion to do it, because I'm not going to do a build that I'm not passionate about or I don't know about just for the sake of doing it. That's just not me. So yeah, there is that. Anyway, I've been rambling on for nearly 20 minutes. I hope the information is all there, because there was a lot there and I haven't done one of these for a while, so I'm going to do another one. The next one, now this is coming out when it comes out. So the other one I will do in December. So my next review thing will be my next podcast review sort of thing, which is what I'm doing right now, will be in December. So I'll have my Santa's hat on. Christmas is coming, people, and yeah, and hopefully we'll have some more information. Hopefully, we might even have a new build. We never know. We never know. It's really strange how the times are working and how everything else is working. But yeah, that is it really. I've sort of covered most things now, and I've got over everything. Now, I normally do a separate podcast on the Terminator, so I'm just going to run through that actually just before I go. It looks like obviously we're building the arm, but I've seen up to I think it's issue 88 or something like that, which is the leg. So it looks like we're doing the left arm and the left leg. Is that right? No, it's the right arm, isn't it? The right arm, and then the right leg. So it looks like the last 30 issues of the Terminator will probably be the chest, the base, and then it's done. I mean, it's only there's not long left. I think it's around April time next year that we finish it. So anyway, that was just a little bit on the end. Anyway, I'm going to go now and leave you to it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting me. More things to come in the new year. More exciting things to come in the new year. But anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the next podcast.